In the decades before smartphones became our constant companions, the telephone occupied a very different place in American homes. Between the 1920s and 1960s, families installed dedicated telephone nooks and closets, treating the phone not as a portable device, but as a piece of architectural furniture, requiring its own sacred space. These telephone nooks were typically carved into hallways or tucked beneath staircases. Builders designed them with specific dimensions: a small built-in seat, a shelf positioned at the perfect height for note-taking, and adequate lighting for consulting the household's address book. The most elaborate versions featured fold-down writing surfaces, storage compartments for telephone directories, and decorative wood paneling that matched the home's interior aesthetic. The telephone closet represented something more significant than mere convenience. It embodied a cultural understanding that telephone conversations demanded privacy and concentration. Before the era of cordless phones, families recognized that serious discussions about business matters, personal affairs, or medical concerns required isolation from household activity. The telephone nook became a domestic sanctuary where one could close a door or draw a curtain, separating oneself from the kitchen's clatter or the children's play. Architectural magazines of the period regularly featured telephone nook designs, advising homeowners on optimal placement and construction. Real estate listings prominently advertised this feature, understanding that modern families valued a designated communications center. The telephone nook symbolized progressive thinking and domestic sophistication. By the 1970s, as cordless phones emerged and telecommunication became increasingly mobile, these architectural features began disappearing from new construction. Today, vintage homes still display these curious alcoves, physical artifacts of an era when communication required dedication of both space and attention. They remind us that privacy, once considered essential for telephone conversations, has transformed from an architectural necessity into an increasingly rare luxury.